Back to Liquid Lunch. That's Annalise Dugas. That's our music today, and we're here. We're joined here now by Marilyn Wetston, and great to have you here, Marilyn. Great to meet you. And
happy to be here. Thank you for having me, and thank you, Jeanette, for inviting me.
You're welcome, Marilyn.
Now, you do so much. It seems a shame to just call you the wardrobe doctor, because you.
Well, I get confused with all the hats that I do wear.
Right.
But the wardrobe doctor lets me link up with women and talk about image and personal branding and get involved in all sorts of walks of lives and all sorts of businesses. So it really is the hub of what I do.
Fantastic. And that's what we're talking about today with the personal
I had
branding
my personal
thing.
branding segment on first. And then also you are on AM 740, Zoomer Radio, A Woman's Perspective, Saturday morning, 8 a.m.
Yes, I'm just going to let you know that we're doing a special show this coming weekend on Be a Donor. And it's all about organ transplantation and how you can be a donor. So I'd love people to tune in at Saturday morning at 8 on AM 740.
So a few quick questions, and then we're going to get to the fashion show. And your segment theme is creating your signature style regardless of your age, your profession, or your body type. Tell me how you became the wardrobe doctor.
Well, actually, Hugh told me he's from Welland, and my dad had Oscar's Bargain Centers in Welland. And before I could really be seen out from behind a counter, I worked. So I always was looking to find the right thing for the right person. So if someone came into the store that was filled from the floor to the ceiling with merchandise, it was my game to say, oh, Jeanette's here, and Jeanette would look great in hot pink, and she'd look good in this. And I'd pull one thing out, and generally that was a sale. Or if a gentleman came in, he didn't have to try on 20 pairs of shoes because I knew he wore a size 8. So that was the child's game, and what it allowed me to do is develop a very, very keen eye, and it helped me to really tune into people's spirits and to listen to them. So I could treat it like painting a work of art. And each individual is a work of art, and what I help them do is to translate their special message to the world using their wardrobe and their image and telling them what most of their friends don't tell them. Very often people will be critiqued on negatives, but people won't tell you have a lovely sparkle in your eye, or isn't it magnificent that your creativity shows in the way God created you. And I'm able to transform that so visually, before anyone says a word, they're able to communicate who they are and the best way they are to others and stay true to themselves, true to their message, and be comfortable within their own skin.
Okay, you know, that's a really important message, and we're going to have a fashion show at some point during this interview.
Yes.
I'm not sure when we're going to do that.
Right now,
but
actually.
Are we doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, but I want to ask you, Marilyn, because you know, I think that's an important message to get across, and we're talking about, or you're talking about dressing for your body type. But the way that our culture works these days, you know, if you have what some people call the wrong body type, you know, all the messages from the culture are, you know, that you're not, you know, really that you're wrong somehow. That with what God's given you, you're somehow
or you're not beautiful,
where you want to be. So there's a lot of people walking around with bad self-image as a result. But it sounds like you can turn that around. But I want to hear how.
Well, the fact is that if you're talking about something being wrong, there has to be something that's right. And then you play the game that Jean was talking about earlier, where there's a fallacy of the camera, where you push hair one way and you mask out the flaws, if you want to call them flaws, and you create illusion for someone for camera. In real life, we're all pieces of art, and I've never met ugly people from the way they look. They may be unkempt and filthy, they may have ugly spirits, but if you really think about the people that you meet, they're all unique, they're all different, they may all have 2 eyes and a nose and a mouth, but really they have something personal to express. So when I dress people, I really believe that we all have a gift from God, and we have a beauty to express, and that there isn't a wrong body type. You can create body type, and by creating symmetry and balance, Everybody wants eye contact, so the eyes are the window of the soul, and you were talking about eye makeup earlier. So it all makes sense, and we really do it so that people look at us. You don't have to identify the people who have problems in this world, because usually they walk humped over, they don't give you eye contact, they really aren't taking care of themselves. It's very easy to say, yes, that person has a problem. By the same token, it is difficult to express what you have inside to the outer world, because nobody can read your heart. Nobody knows what's going on in your mind. Self-expression is very important. And wardrobe and image is that first out, that first way of saying something, so that if you weren't able to express yourself verbally, you could express yourself visually. And that smile is important. It invites you in. So when you're comfortable within yourself, when you're reaching out to others, you pay attention to what you're wearing, and you make that lesson extend to others.
So let's get into the fashion show, because I think that this is just a great segue. Many women have body image issues, and they don't know what colors to put on themselves. Moreover, they don't know what to do to frame themselves properly when they're either big busted or pear-shaped or heavy legs or whatever. They don't know what styles. They're just presented with whatever in the books, and they want to look good, but they don't know what to do. I know here you have also a giveaway, a consultation for this worth $250, and then a $50 certificate towards the clothing purchases, total retail value of $300. I've promoted this 3 times now in the show to the first caller in. And let's just get right into the fashion show, and when you're going through it, maybe you could talk about what makes each unique, maybe how you're dressing them for their body type, so that we know how we can create our signature style, which is sort of the message of the theme of this segment.
So signature style means taking from fashion buffet what works best for you. I map people's colors based on their eye, their skin tone, and their personality. So I dress 3 women entrepreneurs that I know, and basically I dress them for their lifestyle and for their career. The first lady is Anne, and Anne is from To Be Green, and coincidentally her eyes are green. So it wasn't very difficult to add business name and eye color and her natural color together and get hues and tones of color that work for her. If I dress her right, and if anyone's dressing, as I said earlier, eyes are the window of the soul. So anytime you dress someone with or without makeup, their eyes should be popping at you. You should be getting eye contact, and does. Now, I've put a soft jacket on called a cozy that feels like you're wearing pajamas. It has soft tailoring to it, so it can be casual, and there's a number of ways we could play with it. We've thrown a scarf on it for texture. Her necklace, green again, but natural stones that throw those colors. But everything we've done makes this part of her body important. I'm not going to tell you if Anne has a hip issue, or if she's got bigger feet than she should have, because really that's only her business to know. And if you dress well, then you are really keeping people's attention to your face, you're getting eye contact, you're conveying a message, and the visual is always vertical. And when you work in colors that suit you, then anything you do beyond what you washing your face in the morning just makes it get better and better. So Anne is To Be Green in terms of her business, but she's To Be Green in terms of what God gave her to start with. So she won't have any trouble reinforcing that message.
Great, and it's elongating too. It's very good. Well, thank you. So who have we got next?
And next, because we're into internet and cyberspace and the world is moving and evolving that way, and I don't know how to blog, I found Marilyn, who coincidentally has my name, and she's a person where all the things that I find difficult, she finds easy. So she's a webmaster, and she understands instruction, and she's designed a course called,
Group of 7 social media workshops.
So we're doing a group of 7 social media workshops. So she doesn't have to look like a banker, but she has beautiful blue-gray eyes. She's had her hair cut to work with her. The stone is natural again, because when I speak to Marilyn, she has integrity and she has a natural base to what she does, even though what she does is electronic. We anchored it with black so that you're framing again her face. framed her face in a collar, done a vertical scarf. I'm going to yank it off because it isn't essential to her whole look, but a scarf will give her a dress-up effect when she wants to use it. And she's in her comfortable walking shoes and in a pair of capri pants. So she can go to a business meeting and she has the credibility of a business suit, but she has that creative aspect, which is part of what she does in terms of the internet.
Okay. Now, again, are we dressing anything to camouflage, like, you know,
Well,
a problem area of any kind?
I'm going to say that anytime anyone has a problematic area that is from here to their hips, a jacket covers a world of sins. And as long as you frame the top part of your face and you do things that are vertical details and you